Hey guys, Steph, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all good. So in today's video, as you can probably tell by the title, we're gonna be doing my 2021 yearly favorites. Now, normally I would just sit and ramble on for ages about products and why I've been loving them. But this time I thought I would put them on my face while doing all of that. So I don't know what kind of makeup look we're doing today. I want it to be kind of glam, kind of colorful, something a little bit fun, because I want to get more creative this year. I feel like the last few years, and I feel like I said this last year, but the last few years, I've just been not in the right frame of mind, but I am ready. I'm so excited by makeup again, and I just wanna play. So yeah, I'm gonna show you guys everything I loved over the last year or so, the products that I use the most, and we're just gonna do some sort of makeup look, which is kind of what I normally do really. So yeah, let's get into it. Got this old bottle of lemonade left over from Christmas. Still fizzy. Just gonna drink it straight from the bottle. You know, bit of backwash never hurt no one. Well, actually, it probably did, didn't it? Given the state of the world, backwash probably did hurt some people. Anyway, I'm talking about backwash, makeup. Yeah, I want to do a bit of a transformation today because, like I said, I've not been feeling as creative, like, for a while. But, I don't know, I want to just do something a little bit fun and kind of transform myself into a totally different person. So I'm actually filming this on the 14th of January, depending on when this video goes up. And it's my birthday tomorrow. I'm going to be 29. How am I gonna be 29? I literally remember my 18th birthday, and that was almost 11 years ago now. Nuts. Before I do makeup, I'm gonna chuck some contacts in. These are actually new to me, but I love the brand. These are Aquarella, and they're by Solotica, but these are in the shade Castana Brown, and they actually sent them to me like before they go live, like for people to buy, but I think they are available to purchase now. But let's try them out. I really, really like these contacts. So I guess this is a fave. And while I'm like poking myself in the eye, feel free to look away because it does even creep me out still. But hang on. I think that's literally my eye color. That's literally my eye color, isn't it? If you want my eye color, then get these. That's literally my eye color. Okay, very nice, but I want a different one. So these are also the Aquarella ones from Solotica. These are a gray color. I have Bossa Nova Gray and Blazer Grey. Let's try these. These are the Blazer Grey ones. And I do actually have a discount code for Solotica. So I'll put it on screen now and also down below because I always get questions about what contacts I use. I always buy them, like I get sent them, but I also always buy them from the link that I'll leave a link to down below. These are definitely gonna be, oh my God. Woo! It's like the old days. All I need now is like silver hair. Oh damn, these actually make me look a little bit like a psycho. Oh. Whoa. These are so intense. These make me look like some weird cyborg, alien, Elon Musk implant. I'm just saying words now. These are intense. I like it though. I know some people are like, no, I love your brown eyes, and I appreciate that, but I also like looking like a custom content Sims character. One of you guys once said I actually look like a custom content Sims character, and I'm still very proud of that statement, so that's what I'm working with today. So yeah, today I'm just doing a full makeup look using a bunch of my favorites from the past year. First of all, I'm gonna go in with a P. Louise base. As you guys know, I don't really like eye primer. I have probably said that so many times in a video, but out of all the eye primers that I do like, the P. Louise one is still my fave. I washed my brushes the other day. Take this little shader brush there and slap that on. Actually, scrap that. I'm gonna do my brows first before I do anything else because I don't want to get like primer and stuff in my brows. So I'm using the REFY Brow Sculpt, which is honestly the best brow product ever. I love ABH Brow Freeze. Love that to death. I also really like the Benefit 24-hour brow setter, but this I have used every single day pretty much since I kind of fell in love with it. I started using it and it took me a couple of goes to get used to it, to figure out how to use it in the way that I like my brows to look. But yeah, I love this. Jess, you absolutely smash this. This is like one of those products that's so hyped up, but it is genuinely worth it. Okay, so now my brows are done. I'm gonna go in with the base and just slap that on. I kind of feel like I want to do a Euphoria-esque style makeup look. I haven't even seen Euphoria. I don't even know who the people are. I don't really have any idea what goes on. I just know that you see a lot of penis. There's a lot of sex and a lot of drugs, which probably means that my video is now demonetized just from me saying those words. But yeah, I haven't seen it, but the makeup looks are so nice. So I might just do something kind of like bright and shimmery and then just stick a load of rhinestones on it. So for my favorite eyeshadow palettes this year, the one that I've used the most is this one from Nip and Fab, which I love, but I actually feel like they've discontinued it, which sucks. So I'm gonna show you guys this, but I'm not gonna use it. And then for my eyes today, I have a few kind of recent discoveries that I honestly just love so much. We have this palette here from Lois, the Meet Me in the Underworld palette, which is insane. We also have my most recent discovery, which is the No Filter Beauty palette, which is by Lo and Vicky. And again, absolutely stunning. The pigment is insane. Great palette. And then another one that I know a lot of you guys love as well is the Wilderness one from Beauty Bay, which again, stunning set of colors, really, really pigmented. All of these palettes are like tip top, pigmented, nice selection of colors. Like what more could you want really? But I think I am gonna go in with the Beauty Bay one today just because like these shades, this one in particular, this one's called Ocean and it's just stunning. Let's put it over the primer here. Look at that. And then this one in the shade Breeze. I've actually used it in an eye look before. Let's do it next to it so you can see the little like comparison there. I fully just wiped my, why did I do that? I'm wearing white socks and I fully just wiped my fingers on my white socks. So first of all, in the Wilderness palette, I'm gonna go in with the shade Sky and I'm gonna pop that in my crease. And yeah, just like pat that in for now. I don't know if I'm gonna do something more graphic, something more smoky. I had no idea, but look at the pigment on that freaking eyeshadow. It's insane. And I'm gonna bring that just inwards a little bit. I always go quite high with my eyeshadow and I don't wanna do that today. I might because I get carried away sometimes, but I don't wanna go too high onto my brow. Bring that ever so slightly in up to my inner corner as well. Trying to like kind of like create like a nice little swoop. And then I'm gonna take that same color on a little wing liner brush, just so I can create quite a precise little wing there. And then using the same brush, I'm gonna go in with the shade Mint and pop a little bit of that just on my inner corner, just to give a slightly different tint to that blue shade, just to like mix it up just a little bit. I'm then gonna go in with this shade here called Ocean, which is the one that I just showed you guys on my hand, and see what that looks like on there. I'm gonna go in with a slightly wetter brush, just to make it look even more foiled. And I'm actually gonna mix these two shades together. I'm just gonna do it in the top corner just so I don't mess up the shadow. Just so I can go all the way out here without it just like, just so I can blend it in a little bit better. And then I'm just going back in with the shade Sky again. I'm then taking the shade Breeze, which is this stunning color, and it's almost like a cream-like formula. And I'm gonna pop that more so on the inner corner. I'm then gonna take my finger and take a little bit of the shade called Ray. And you can see it's like duochromy almost. And I'm gonna pop a little bit of that right in the center, just to make it pop in there a little bit more. I'm a mermaid. There it is, cool. Okay, pretty happy with the shape of that for now, so I'm gonna go off camera. Okay, I evened myself up a little bit. At least I think they're even enough. So now I'm gonna move on to my base for a little bit, and I have a couple primers to show you guys, but I'm only gonna use one. We have the Tatcha primer, the Silk Canvas one. It is so good, so expensive, so hard to get hold of as well, but I love it so much. I use it all the time. And we also have the ILLAMASQUA Hydra Veil, which again, I love. You guys will have heard me talk about them so many times. Jellyish. It's fun. I love it. So I'm gonna stick some of that on my face. I do also have a discount code for ILLAMASQUA, so I'll leave a link to that as well. Any like discount codes, links, all that sort of stuff. You guys know the drill by now. It is all down below. But yeah, this goes on like a jelly, but it sinks in and it feels like cooling and almost like watery, but then it also hydrates your skin. I low-key swear it's a little bit of wizardry, but yeah, it's so good. They also do a more glowy one, which I really love. And then a product that I was using all the time at the start of 2021 is the Bobbi Brown Face Base. I don't have it anymore, but I do need to pick another one up. So this is like a reminder for myself because that is also a bloody good primer. This one I would say you feel a little bit more on your skin, whereas this one just kind of like hydrates your skin from like the inside out almost. So it sort of depends on what kind of look you want. So then we'll move on to foundation, and I don't really know what happened this year, but I kind of ditched foundation. I was just using concealer instead. But when I did use foundation, it would either be my Milani 2-in-1, which you guys know I love. I've used so many many times, or my Too Faced Born This Way, which again is a solid fave of mine. I've loved this for years. This one is in the shade Light Beige. This is one of those foundations that so many people have raved about over the years, and it fully is worth the hype. It's very skin-like, but it also gives you good coverage. It's like a semi-matte finish almost, but without looking flat or anything. And yeah, I just love it. Powders down really nicely. Looks good without powder as well. But yeah, normally I'll just put concealer like all over my face. I'm having a bath later on and I'm gonna scrub off my tan, redo it again. So I'm sort of like looking at my neck, like, do I kind of need to like go all the way down there? I swear every time I come on camera and like film a video, my tan is just like on its last legs. I need to time that better. This is one of the foundations that I took into Locked In with me. Like I said, I mostly just use concealer, which I'll show you guys in a second. But I took this foundation in as well because it's honestly like foolproof. I think I'm going to an escape room tomorrow, which should be fun because I love escape rooms. Let me know how old you guys are, by the way. Because like someone told me the other day that I was old for being almost 29. Like, when did being in your 20s suddenly become old? I'm telling you it's not. I'm telling you. And I know there's going to be some people in the comments that are like, I'm 40, like, if that's old, what am I? It's just a number, baby. Age is just a number. I still get ID'd for scratch cards sometimes. So yeah, it's just a number. It's all about how you feel. Which sometimes I feel like I'm like a 14-year-old. Sometimes I feel like I'm 87. But yeah, let me know how old you guys in the comments because I want to see like what the variation is. Because I know I've got a really young audience. I know I've got an audience that's like a similar age to me. And I also know there's some people that are a bit older as well. So let me know how old you are. I'm just curious. If you're comfortable with it, feel free to share. So I'll leave it like that for a second. Next for concealer, my favourites still very much stand. We of course have IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye, which I actually haven't used as much this year. I know, right? This is literally my most favourite concealer for years and years and years, and I still rate it so hard. But I have gone for something that is a little bit less coverage, and that is a Tarte Shape Tape. I have so many colours of this, and they're all like on their last legs. I'm going to use the shade Light Neutral. But this is the concealer that I will just wear like all over my face. Normally what I'll do is I'll just go under my eyes and kind of just like fill in the areas that I tend to put concealer anyway, and then just blend it out, and it works really, really well. But we're going full coverage today, baby. Just like the good old days, the Cocoa Chic days. Actually, the Cocoa Chic days, I wore like no makeup, like the OG days. But honestly, the Tarte Shape Tape concealer is, I think it's probably, I think I do prefer it compared to Bye Bye Under Eye now because I can just wear it on its own. It doesn't look too full coverage. Should we do a tiny little bit of Bye Bye Under Eye just for old time's sake? It really has been so long since I used this. And by the way, I use the shade Medium in Bye Bye Under Eye. I think I just haven't been using it because this is like the last that I have of it, but this stuff packs a punch like nothing else. If you're doing full face, try this. It will literally blank out any dark circles, any spots even, like I'll literally use it over the top of spots as well. It's probably one of the best full coverage concealers I've ever tried. So now when it comes to cream contour, you guys know I don't tend to faff around with that sort of thing too much. However, and I'm annoyed about this, the product that I've been using for so long now, and I love it so, so much, but I realized the other day that Iconic London don't seem to stock it anymore, and I'm like, why? Iconic London, please bring this back. Even if you just bring it back as like a contour stick or whatever, their pigment stick, especially in the shade 4, it's like it's obviously intense like that, but when I would put this on my skin, I'll do like a side-by-side comparison. It would give me a little bit of coverage, but also bronzes me up a touch. Especially when I've got a fake tan on, this would always help me to like match my face to my fake tan. But it blends out so nicely. It gives you coverage. It's a really nice formula. I love the pigment stick anyway, so Iconic London, please bring them back if you have got rid of them. Or if you haven't got rid of them, tell me where I can find them because I couldn't find them anywhere the other day. So if these do happen to appear out of nowhere again, try this, it's so good. However, another product that I know is available that I really, really love is this one from ABH. This is in the shade Golden Tan, it's their cream bronzer. You can see it's a fairly similar color to the pigment stick, and this stuff goes a really long way as well. I'd probably say this is just a little bit more cool toned almost, but it's still warm toned, but it's just a bit more cool toned than the pigment stick. So I'm gonna pop some of that on, and this again, if you're doing like a no makeup look, if you just wanna wear this on bare skin to kind of bronze you up a bit, it works so, so well. You don't need powder, you don't need anything like that. I will normally just wear like Tarte Shape Tape with the REFY brow gel through my brows, and then a little bit of one of these products, and it works so, so well. Whether you're doing a full face, whether you're doing something a bit more natural, it gives you coverage. It also just looks like nice and glowy. It doesn't look like you've got this big streak of just like crap down the side of your face. For powder, nothing has really changed here. I still love the Laura Mercier powder. I still love the Huda Beauty one. I still love the Lottie London one. However, I have been obsessed with the Laura Mercier powder in the shade Honey. You can see it's a little bit deeper and a little bit more yellowy than the original one, but especially when I've got fake tan on, I love this. I feel like it just kind of almost adds a little bit more coverage to my face. So when I do wear just concealer, I wear it with that powder and it just kind of, I don't know, it makes it look like I've got porcelain skin. Since this is my last year of my 20s, I've been thinking a lot about things that I want to do, like almost like a 30 before I'm 30. I want to kind of do like a bucket list sort of thing. I might like start a vlog series where I try and just do a bunch of bucket list things that I want to do before I'm 30. And I think it's finally time to start working on my own thing, like properly start working on my own brand. And I think I've got to make a banging powder. I think I have to. But like, look how nice that looks under my eyes. Even though the normal one is actually a little bit more brighter than this, I just love how much it brightens up my face. And then I'll go in with a big brush. I do not need that much. And just set the rest of that down. So then moving on to the powder that I like to contour with, you're all probably so bored of me talking about this, but I can't help it. I still rate this so, so hard, and it's the Too Faced Chocolate Bronzer. I like the milk chocolate one. I have the other chocolate one, which I still love, but the milk chocolate one for me is like perfection. And as you can see, I've hit pan. Again, I don't know how many of these I've gone through over the years. And by the way, please feel free, whether you do it in a list, whether you tell me like 1, 2, like whatever products, please let me know what your favorite products were for the year just gone. Because again, if there's something I haven't tried, which is quite difficult to find these days because I feel like I try everything, I'll pick it up and I'll try it out. Next, my favorite bronzer for warming up my skin a little bit. I know I don't really need too much right now, but I'm still gonna chuck it on my face just for like the sake of the video. I still love Matte Give Me Sun. I do, I still love it so, so much. I'm gonna put a tiny little bit of that right on top here. This again, just gives me that color that's like healthier, a bit of warmth, not red, not too cool tone, nothing like that. I just love it. Now we're gonna move on to a product that you guys know I have such a love-hate relationship with. I love it so much, but I hate how much it costs. This is FRECK, and yeah, it's pricey. It's so pricey for what it is. I've tried the dupes. I love the Lottie London Freckle tint. I do prefer the FRECK one though. And I also really, really love the Misguided Freckle pen. That is actually really, really good, but I didn't know where it was. But yeah, my fave, as much as I hate to admit it, my favorite is still FRECK. And I do think it's like noticeably better and different. Don't get me wrong, it's so overpriced, but I'm that idiot that keeps paying for it. And I will continue to keep paying for it. They could probably put it up even more and put like inflation on it or whatever, and I would still be like, you know what though, it gives me the best freaking freckles ever. And I actually like to do this before I do my highlighter, because then by the time I've put a bit of highlighter on my nose, it makes my freckles look a teeny tiny bit more natural. This is a natural makeup look, right? No makeup. I'm actually gonna go a little bit more crazy with the freckles today. I normally only put them like around here on my nose, but I'm gonna bring them out a little bit more just for the sake of, you know, it being a bit more of like a dramatic makeup look, a little bit more Euphoria-esque. But I wanna bring them out a bit. Don't worry, I'm gonna soften them down in a second. I'm just popping them here for a minute. And then I just take my foundation brush again, because you guys know I don't tend to put too much powder on my face, especially on the center. So yeah, just soften that down a touch. And then, as you can see, I have an Ofra compact here because the best highlighter ever, like ever, until I make my own one, was the one that I made with Ofra that I then unmade with them. But it's still, I think you can still get it. That's what someone told me the other day. I don't think you're supposed to still be able to get it. So I might have to like talk to my manager about that and be like, is that still supposed to be a thing? But still proud of this. It's still the best. Like, regardless of everything, still the best highlighter ever. I still love mixing the two together, milk and cookies. And let's do a little bit on this side. I'm gonna use another highlighter as well, but we've gotta give a little shout out to milk and cookies, because I mean, it's sold out. I don't even know how many times it sold out when it launched, but it sold out before it launched because some of you guys managed to find the link. And yeah, one day One day I'll make this look like crap, okay? Like one day I'll make my own highlighter collaboration look like crap because I'll make one that's somehow even better. But it's stunning. It's bloody stunning. And if you do want to get it, I get some of you guys don't want to support the brand. That's totally cool. That's why I don't really mention it anymore, even though I literally use it like every day when I'm just doing my everyday makeup. I think you can still get it. So if you guys want to, I'll try and leave a link to it down below. I don't know how long it's going to be available for because like I said, we were taking it off the shelves, but I don't know what's going on with that. But yeah, we launched that at the start of 2021 and still not found anything that beats it. However, I have come across a couple of highlighters that are really bloody good, apart from the ones that you guys know I already love. This one from Maybelline. I've tried the Chrome Extreme highlights before, but this one is in the shade Sandstone Shimmer and it's stunning. I actually got this from TK Maxx and I got it for $3.99, which is pretty sweet. But like, check this out. It's popping. It's stunning. I'm using the tiniest amount as well. To be fair, it's actually quite similar to Milk and Cookies when you mix them together. Milk and Cookies does look a little bit more seamless on the skin. However, this one, like, it still looks good. It does just look a little teeny tiny bit more powdery, but it's so great. So yeah, basically, if you want to dupe my own product, try out the one from Maybelline because it's sick. Sheeny shiny. Shimmering splendid. And then something that I tried ages and ages ago and I loved, but I've loved it even more this year is this one here from ILLAMASQUA and it's in the shade OMG. Again, you guys have probably heard me bang on about this so many times, but it's such a unique formula. It's like you can do a tiny little wash of it and it's actually really, really subtle, or you can keep layering it and it will be like the most blinding highlighter you have ever tried, but it never looks too much. It's always quite sheer, but the shine it gives you is just insane. It's more of like a light reflecting shine as opposed to a metallic one. I mean, even when you sort of swatch it, like you can see it, but it doesn't look like something super, super intense. But when it hits the light, it is so, so good. So again, I do have a discount code for ILLAMASQUA, which I will leave a link to down below, but I'm gonna pop that over the rest of my face and just build it up. But yeah, honestly, you can do whatever you want with this highlighter. You can literally have it as the most lightweight highlighter ever to give you like glass skin, or you can literally have the most intense metallic stripe down the side of your face if that's what you want. It's a really nice one to go over the Cupid's bow with as well, because again, it's not too intense. It's not like a full-on powder over your lip. I know some people are over highlighter and I cannot relate. Cannot relate at all. I just find it so satisfying how it looks in the skin and like what it does to your makeup. I love it. Let me know if you guys use highlighter or not, because I know there's gonna be some of you that are like, I don't really use it anymore. I just don't powder down my cheeks or whatever. I will be there in my coffin still like, bitch, let me just highlight my cheekbones quickly before you put me in the ground. So 2021 was kind of the year that I slowly started getting into blusher. I'm only like 3 years late, but I'm like dipping my toe in slowly. One of the blushes that I have loved all throughout 2021 is this one from HMB. This is the Dare to Be Different Self-Made Blusher. And as you can see, it's quite a neutral tone. It's quite sort of peachy and it's nothing too intense. It's quite light. But this will just give me a really nice lift on my face. And then I also love this one from ILLAMASQUA in the shade Hussy. It's a little bit more pinky. I've actually been reaching for this one the most over the past few months. So I'm just gonna pop some of that on the top of my cheeks here. And again, give myself a nice little wash, go over the nose, and then just to mesh everything in with my skin, I like to go back over the top with my foundation brush, just so it all, again, looks like it's my own face that's blushing. It's not just like this big chunk of powder. Should we do a little bit? Let's do it. Okay, let's do a little bit more on the nose, all right? Just a little bit. Also just gonna add a little tiny bit on my forehead. It's so funny because I know as soon as I really start falling in love with blusher, the blusher trend's gonna be over. I'm just behind, okay? Now, I'll admit it, I am just behind with these sort of things. It takes me a while to get out of my comfort zone. Then for setting spray, again, another favorite of mine for years and years and years. And I know it's not the most exciting thing to mention in a video because it's something that I've mentioned so many times, but that just means that you guys know I love it. It is, of course, Urban Decay All Nighter. So I'm giving myself a big old gallon of that all over my face. I like it to look wet. And then eventually it dries down and your face will not move. I swear to God, I've had makeup on for like 16 hours and all that's worn off is like a little bit of my lipstick, maybe a little bit of like eyeshadow or something, but your base makeup, it will not budge. I'm telling you, it is like 100% again worth the hype. So then my favorite lip plumper this year was the Lip Injection Extreme from Too Faced. And I also really love the Barry M1. That stuff is like so intense that even when you breathe in, you're like coughing, because I think it's got like actual chili flakes in it. But this one, it is more pricey. You do get similar effects from the Barry M1, but this one is just a lot more comfortable. And I don't know, I feel like it is a bit more long lasting. So I'll pop that on and then I'll blot down my lips ever so lightly, just so it's not looking like super glossy. And then I'll go in with like my lip products, like my liners, my lipsticks, whatever. My favorite lip liner this year was from Huda Beauty. It's the Lip Contour 2.0 in the shade Muted Pink. It's just run out. Like, I've got the tiniest smidge, so by the time I do the swatch, it'll be all gone. But it's this, I mean, it doesn't look that nice because there's nothing left, but it's this pinky shade here, and I love it. I've fallen in love with like a lot more pinky lip liners recently. However, Huda Beauty, step aside, because LOIS has made the absolute dupe for this liner. It's more affordable and it's all like vegan, cruelty-free, all of that. And it's the Yours Truly Lip Defining Pencil in the shade Thanks. She just brought these out and she does so many different shades, but like, look, I'll draw like a little heart so you guys can see which one's LOIS. But you can see they are so, so similar. And just like the Huda Beauty one as well, you roll it up so you don't need to sharpen it or anything like that. So I'm gonna pop that on and you guys will be able to see just how stunning it is. I actually love the combination of concealer lips with this lip liner. It makes it a little bit lighter, but I love how it looks. Look at that color. It's literally the most perfect pink. Just overline my Cupid's bow a little bit there as well. Honestly, I cannot stress it enough. You guys need to try out LOIS's liners. She does a bunch of other shades as well, but the one in the shade Thanks, LOIS, thanks for making that. That was like one of the worst little like puns I've ever done, but seriously, such a good liner. Other notable mentions when it comes to lipstick this year are these guys here. You guys know I love Maybelline Nude Embrace. Mine looks gross, but it's the nicest nude lipstick, especially when you pop a little bit of concealer in the middle. You guys know I still love doing that, but honestly, it's such a good nude lipstick, and obviously it's Maybelline, so it's affordable. And then, a little bit more on the pricier side, but such a nice nudie lipstick is from Vive, and you can see they're a little bit different. The Maybelline one is a little bit more rosy and a bit deeper, whereas this one's a bit more nudie. I've actually never tried the combination of like one of those pinky liners with this, so let's give it a go. I'll just pop a little bit in the middle. I need to try out some more of Jamie's products that she's launched recently, like the Skin Nova. I don't know, that girl's like, she's smashing it with that brand. It's so, so good. And it's available in Harrods now. That is mental. What else? We're kind of getting there, really. We're actually kind of getting there. Next, we'll move on to mascara. And I think for the last few years, my favorites have always included the L'Oreal Lash Paradise. And I still really rate that mascara. But this year we have some new favorites. The L'Oreal Telescopic, oh my God. So worth the hype. You've probably seen it on TikTok. You've probably seen it all over the internet over the last year, and it is worth the hype. If you haven't tried it yet, this is your sign. Go and give it a go. I love it so, so much. It's got the skinniest little wand, and it really, really does just do everything for your lashes. And I also love the Maybelline Sky High. Again, another very sort of like trending mascara a while ago. And it's also really, really good. If I had to pick one, I would pick the L'Oreal Telescopic, but I do still really, really rate this one. You guys, I'm sure, have seen me use this so many times, and I might add a little bit of this in a second. But what I'm actually gonna go in with today is the Kiss Falscara. Again, this has been a huge obsession of mine over the last year. It is so freaking good. And again, I worked with them on a campaign for this, and I was genuinely so impressed with it, and I have used it. To be honest, I barely even use normal strip lashes anymore. I just love this so, so much. So basically, you have the little individual lashes, and then you have the actual Falscara product, basically. And I'm gonna pop some of it on now to show you guys, but basically, you start off with the bond. I actually need to get a new one of these, but you start off with the bond. So you just brush it through your lashes like a standard mascara, and make sure they're all separated and everything. I don't know if you guys can necessarily tell, but it does tint your lashes a little bit as well, so it will make them look a little bit blacker, a little bit longer. And I try and focus it mostly at the base of my lashes. You really, really don't need a lot of this. A little goes a long way. Kiss do make full strip lashes to use with this, but I personally love the more individual ones. So you just pick up one of the lashes and you place it underneath, which when I first heard of this, I was like, that is gonna be so difficult, but it's actually so easy. And just pop that So, they're just so good. They're so easy. I've done these in the car before. Like, I know some people, like, if you're looking at it for the first time, you might be like, I'm gonna struggle with doing that. But honestly, if I can do this, and if I can do it in the car of all places, I know you guys can do it. You literally just pop them kind of underneath, and you can sort of just press them in place or whatever. I love really elongating my eye with lashes, and these are the perfect thing for that. Honestly, they literally look like lash extensions. It's nuts. I'm gonna stick one more on the outer corner, and I just love it. I'm obsessed with how it looks. It does just look like your own natural lashes. It doesn't look like clumpy at all or anything like that. It just looks like you've got lash extensions. And then once you've done that, you go in with the seal on the other side and literally just go over the top, and it will just keep everything in place, because it starts off kind of tacky to obviously get the lashes kind of stuck to your own lashes. But then when you put the seal over the top, it gets rid of any tackiness, and it will literally last you all day. And then if you also use the overnighter, it will last you like 10 days, like up to 10 days if you want to. Like when they say it's at-home lash extensions, it pretty much is. Then just for the sake of it, just show you guys, I'm gonna add the tiniest little bit. Hopefully you guys will be able to notice it. But I'm gonna add the littlest amount of telescopic. I'm then just gonna highlight my inner corner a little bit. I'm gonna take the shade Milk and just highlight that a touch. Okay, and now it's time for the fun part. I think that's pretty much kind of it for the makeup, but like I said, I am gonna do a Euphoria-esque style look. So I have these. They're literally just like things I got from a craft shop ages ago, which is why they're covered in cat fur and my hair. But I've got these like pink and like baby blue ones. But these, if I remember correctly, they actually stick quite well. But obviously you can just add a little bit of lash glue or something. But I'm just gonna take tweezers and let's pop one there. I might need to speed up this footage a little bit, because otherwise I'm gonna be here for a while. So you can just like talk amongst yourselves. But yeah, I'm just gonna go around the eyeshadow basically. I bet sales for little rhinestones went up so hard when Euphoria came out. I bet there's someone at like Hobbycraft that's like, bloody hell, all these people are buying gemstones these days. Got these teenagers coming in and buying all these little gems. Don't know why they're talking like this, but that's just how I imagine them to talk. They're probably thinking, oh, they've all really gotten into crafting this year. No, it was all inspired by a show where there's lots of penis. Fun! Okay, I quite like the pearls. I might need to rearrange slightly, but that's kind of fun. Why do I want them like, I want to do like freckle. I just want to stick things all over my face. But yeah, I like that. Okay, now I just need to do it on the other side. Ooh. I like. Okay, that took me a little while, so I'm gonna do the other eye off camera once again, and I will show you guys the finished look. All right, guys, so this is the finished look, and as you can see, I got distracted while watching true crime documentaries, and I started playing around with my hair, because I thought, let's just do something a bit more fun. Put some of these things in there, did a little zigzag parting, and then there was this piece of hair that just would not play ball, so I just turned it into a squiggle. I mean, I'm having a bath in a minute anyway, so it's like, it's whatever, but yeah. Just thought I'd play around, and here I am. I mean, this is just your perfect sort of everyday makeup, really, isn't it? Just like head down to Tesco, Aldi, other supermarkets are available. Go to Argos. It's just the perfect makeup and hair look to go anywhere, really. A funeral, business meeting. So yeah, those are some of my beauty favorites for the last year. Let me know what you guys have been loving over the past 365 days in the comment section down below. And like I said, if there's some products that I haven't tried, I will definitely give them a go in a video very, very soon. As always, guys, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe if you do want to see more of me, because I upload all the damn time and because we are getting closer and closer to 500,000 subscribers, which is madness. So if you want to help me get there a little bit quicker, and if you want me to stop talking about it at the end of every video, then let's get me there even quicker. And then I will stop talking about it until a million. That might be a while though. But anyway, guys, that is it from me today. I love you, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Honestly, if I move my face, it just feels like I've got hairspray on there.